Hi everybody, sanibonani, welcome to my channel. Ntando, Mdletshe, and on this channel sibuke ama reality shows ethu ala Mzansi bese siza la sokhuluma ngawo lama shows, senza ama reviews or ama recaps. Siyaphinda ke futhi sikhuluma ngama YouTubers kanye nama celebrities ethu ala Mzansi. If it's your first time joining me today, even though ngakwazi ukuthi uvelaphi and you like my content, please press the subscribe button la ngezansi kanye ne notification bell ukuze phela uthole umyalezo uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sesi ufakile. Listen you guys, okay? YouTube kusazoba mnandi. Ngiyanithanda ku YouTube, okay? Ngiyanithanda manixabana, nixolelane, nididane, ni misunderstand. We like all of it, the misunderstandings, the forgiveness, the taking things seriously, the taking things not so seriously. Do all of it, okay? Do all of it here on YouTube because we love it. It just looks like uDecember zoba mnandi nje. Mangenibuka nje na kuma community post enu nonke nje ngitheyane. Azisazokhala. Listen you guys, we've got this thing going on YouTube where we are basically trying to establish our work culture as South African YouTubers or African YouTubers, because as much as we do have a boss here on YouTube, our boss doesn't micromanage us. There are rules here on YouTube, but when it comes to us, on our level, the level of the creators, how we work with each other, how we deal with each other, how we interact with each other, we sort of have to create our own work culture, you guys. And Laoma rules law, they are not written anywhere. When we have issues with each other, there's no HR to go to. When you have a grievance with another creator, there's no HR to go to and fill out a grievance form, for an example. So it's like we are at the stage where we sort of need to create our own work culture. How do we do things here on YouTube in terms of us dealing with each other? Of course, there's an issue going on about the issue of what content belongs to who, and when do you give credit when it comes to the content, when do you not give credit to when it comes to the content? Can you really claim a certain type of content as your own when you yourself have taken this type of content from someone else? You guys, I think I've spoken about this before. I just believe that anytime that you use somebody's content, you need to reference it. Not everybody agrees with it. I feel like if I've watched your video and from your video I get a video idea myself, I always like to say, this video was inspired by somebody. That is just my preference. If I watch somebody's life, I'm gonna say I watched somebody's life. So for me, I always just feel like it makes life easy. Just mention the person and go on with the content, and it becomes your content. It becomes your content. Not everybody believes that, and not everybody necessarily feels like it should be like that, especially when it comes to the lives. Some people do feel like if you take somebody's life that is not your content, you can't make rules on who can use it or not. Other people feel like if you've taken the time to record it and bring it to YouTube and you've edited it yourself, then it's yours now. When somebody else takes it, then they must credit you. I just believe that any content, if you use somebody's story, anything, I believe that you must credit, you guys. But of course, you guys, we're gonna have differences in the way that we work, and we're gonna have differences in the way that in what we believe in when it comes to especially that kind of content that comes from other social media mediums like about Instagram and about Twitter. Okay, so we're having those differences. Here's the thing that I believe in. I do believe that we mustn't take a route of actually attacking each other when it comes to these things. I think that it's very important to have conversations where we can understand each other. How do we help each other here on YouTube in a way that other people don't feel like they are being used by other creators, that if my work is being used by another creator, I get the credit, but at the same time the other person that is giving me credits understands that I deserve the credit. It's something that we have to talk about as creators, one thing that I feel like as creators we have to try and avoid is like going to the principal's office, you guys. I do believe that we are at a stage where it's very important for us to have these conversations, you know, between each other as creators. We can write in our community posts, we can do videos about it, we can contact each other on or one another on DMs on WhatsApp, because I mean a lot of us have each other's contact details, so you can contact the person and say, listen, I saw you did a video, I feel like you used my content, but I really do feel like you should have credited me on this. Have a respectful conversation. A lot of the creators are respectful and they will actually credit you if you need to be credited. So I do feel like the point of this video is for me to point out that I do feel like it's very important for us to keep the conversation between us. You know, here on YouTube, we contact each other, we work on it, we teach each other so that we have a way of working where everybody understands our rules, our unwritten rules when it comes to sharing content here on YouTube. Because if you really think about it, we do the same content, you know, we present the same content. When it comes to the entertainment space, we just do it differently because we have different approaches and we have different personalities. What I want to emphasize is I am hoping that creators understand that it's not necessary to go to the principal's office. By the principal's office, I feel like formally going to YouTube to complain about the content, because I feel like if you go to the principal's office, the principal has a file. You know, like if you go at school, if you go to the principal's office, the principal has a file. And every time you come and report this student, they will open a file and write down the report that this is what happened on this day. And if a principal keeps getting reports on this one student, one day they're going to suspend the student from the school because they've received so many reports. So if there is a way for us to circle all of these misunderstandings, all of these grievances within ourselves, you know, without going into the principal's office, without actually reporting each other's channels to YouTube, reporting each other's videos on YouTube because the other creator just said something that I didn't like, the other creator didn't credit me, now I'm reporting them to YouTube. If we can resolve a lot of these things just within each other, between each other or between one another, whatever it is, it's going to help us to actually create some sort of a work culture, because eventually everybody is going to understand what is a way to treat content that is not originally yours. You know, what are people comfortable with? Because I do believe that a lot of the creators here on YouTube do want to work in a peaceful space, so they will do what they can to bring peace. They will do what they can to resolve our conflicts. They will do what they can to resolve our misunderstandings. But my thing is, instead of going and reporting somebody's channel, try and approach the person and see if you can just circle it. I do like what I'm seeing with, I know there was that Umkosi Entertainment and Josie Troop issue with the content. I did read their community post and I did read their interaction between the two of them. I like that they understand each other. Of course, one might have had an issue with the other, and because of course Josie Troop believes that if you use her content, because she takes the time to take the content from Instagram and brings it, and a lot of the time she edits it, so if you use it you must credit her. And Umkosi Entertainment was feeling like, but if the content comes from the live on Instagram, it's not really yours. But from reading their interaction in the comment section, I feel like they do have an understanding. So I like that it's happening that way. I think for me, I was nervous when I felt like Josie Troop was getting upset about it, and I feel like I hope that she doesn't end up reporting certain people because of that. I'm just saying, can we try as creators, you know, small or big, that if somebody has done something that you do not like, or you feel like your work has been used and you haven't been credited, write in your community post, I like that. Do a video, I like that. Contact them on the DMs, contact them on WhatsApp and circle it. But do not go to the principal's office, because at the end of the day, we want everybody to succeed here on YouTube. So you don't want to do something that might negatively affect somebody's channel, unless of course you try to have a respectful conversation with somebody and they did not want to do it, or they were not respectful towards you even after they have taken your content. Then there is something different. But I'm just saying, you guys, please avoid the principal's office. Okay, we don't want anybody's file to be filled with reports. Okay, if you can circle it here in the cafeteria, while we are having our lunch, just approach the creator in the cafeteria and say, circle it. If you want to fight, Vele, when you fight, we have content. If you misunderstand each other, we like it, because when you misunderstand each other, we come here and tell you misunderstood. But just don't go to the office to report. Don't go to the office, And also, you guys, let's not take it too seriously. Just tell the person, colleague, colleague. But do not go to the point of this video is, let's avoid the principal's office as much as possible, because we do not want things that would affect other people's channels in a negative way, because we want to grow this space for everybody, you guys. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegiona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando kakhulu.